everybody, it's Nick once again. It's really windy here in Illinois, so I apologize. But today we're looking at kind of a surprise vehicle. It just sort of came out of nowhere. It just arrived and it appeared like magic. It's a 2020 Hyundai Venue. This was a surprise release. It's a surprise arrival. Can't say I know a whole lot about this vehicle. I know it's Hyundai's new small SUV, kind of like the Kona. Somebody commented and said it looks like a Mini Cooper, and I countered that and said, you know what it looks like? It looks like a 1980s Lancia rally car. That's my opinion. You might disagree. Of course, it sits up higher than a car, but my opinion was, yeah, it kind of looks like a Lancia rally car. I don't think I'm wrong. You might disagree, but I think I'm I think I'm pretty spot on. Especially the slope of the windshield there kind of gives it that sharp look. Anyway, I'm gonna move on. So this is a pretty good looking vehicle. I think the price is good. I'm not sure what I think about the performance of this. This has a 4-cylinder that puts out 121 horsepower. You can get it with a manual transmission. This one comes with the continuously variable valve transmission. Right there, there's the price, $20,380. This is a front wheel drive SEL. Look at the gas mileage. It's pretty sweet for a vehicle like this. I think it's really good. It's you know, for the extra space that you get. And I will say that this probably might be the last video I do for the year, unfortunately. Weather in Illinois has been horrible this fall. There's been no fall. Today is probably the nicest day of fall, and it's about upper 40s. We had snow before Halloween, and I don't want to go on a rant here about how bad the weather in Illinois is, but it's been really bad this year. So this might be the last video, weather permitting, I do all year. It's funny that Hyundai's been including this. It's a removable sticker, but it tells you right there, hey, there's a tailgate release button in case you have trouble finding it. Here's the space you get in the back. Not a whole lot. It includes a cover here that drops down. It's of like a felt material, so it's not going to get easily scratched or damaged. Pretty easy to clean. This one comes with floor mats. You got a spare tire down there with the jack kit. That's nice. They're actually giving you a spare tire instead of one of them refill kits. Check out them tail lights. Pretty cool looking. Of course, the rear seats here fold down. While we have this open, let's see how much space you get before we get into the interior. Let's just see. I'm gonna move the seat forward here so I can get the seat down, and I'm gonna do it on the other side just so we can take a look and see how much space you might get out of this thing. Sorry for my camera work, it's not gonna be real pretty right now as I try and show you how to do this. Okay, it's not rocket science. All right, and if you want, you pop this thing out. How does this thing come out? Okay, it just sort of pops out like that. That's easy enough. And then it comes out on the little wires there. I'm gonna need another hand to do this, just so we can see. All right, I'm just gonna do it like this. All right, there you go. I could lay down in there. I'm over 6 foot. If I kind of curl my legs a little bit. If I lay in the fetal position, I could lay down. So that's how much space you get on that. Let me kind of arrange this back here. This is the boring part of the video that you can fast forward if you want. Okay, that's that. I put that in there. Okay, we're done. Let me close all the doors here and let's get inside and look. One last thing while I have the seat pulled forward, I might pull it back. Let's look at the space you get for the passengers. These seats are nice and easy to fold up. Really light. So there's the footwell. You got a little footwell. The seat could come back. There's my knee. You got a little slope there. Headroom is okay. I got maybe 2 inches above my head here. before I hit the roof. So headroom is okay. Maybe if I see if I can pull the seat. Does the seat recline? No, it's in the full recline position right here. Legroom is good. I feel comfortable. I can sit in this for, you know, back here for a ride. The driver could still come back about 4 inches. I would say, I mean, they could come back about 5 or 6 inches, but then it might cramp me a little bit. So yeah, I'm impressed. Let's get out. So you can see there, the seats are kind of sloped back a little bit. They could probably come up a little bit. No. Some of the Hyundais, they have notches for like the seating position. Not these. These just have one position to go back into. So that's good to know. I didn't know there you got your little roof rails if you want to. I don't know if you could install anything on that. Maybe. Alright. So let's see how far back I have to move the seat here. I'm going to move back a little bit before I'm uncomfortable. Okay. Alright. So right here, being 6 foot, this I would say would be the least I could go back where I'm comfortable, but I'm not super comfortable. I mean, it's adequate comfortability. I'm giving a comfortability test here. And now let's look. Okay, so this is for people that really want to see what kind of size this thing has. I'm over 6 foot. I've moved the seat back just as much as I can that I'm okay to drive. I would like to have it a little bit further back. I'd be comfortable, but I'm okay. I could drive like this. Let's see what the legroom looks like now. There you go. Still adequate. Still good. So I could still sit back here. It's a little close, but I could still sit back here. Put my feet under there. I could still be comfortable. Okay. So it's good to know. I don't know why that's like important to me. That's that's something I would care about if I was purchasing this vehicle. I probably wouldn't be a type of buyer for this vehicle. Anyway, let's look at the seats here. I do like the seats. The seats are pretty nice. They have a pretty good stitching here on the side. Sort of a more elastic material. That's like a cloth material, and then this material is really tight. So this material is kind of soft and has some bounce to it and some give. It feels a little elasticy, all right? This material is a lot more tighter. It's got this little textures in here, these little pockets. Not sure how that would hold up against spills. These little pockets might trap stains and debris, so it might be a little bit harder to clean. But overall, I think it feels nice. It's got good cushion to it. Not sure about this offset they have there. I mean, I guess it's okay. I wonder who came up with that. But alright, there you go. Seats are okay. Headrest is a different material, although it looks the same. It is a slightly different material. It's a more rigid material than this sides here. Steering wheel there, it's plastic. It's okay. You got a lane keeping system there. Traction control, the brightness of your display. Even though this is an SEL, this is not the cheapest model. This is like the mid-range model, $20,000. Doesn't have heated seats, but it does have colored digital displays. You get a nice display there. Nice touchscreen here. Looks pretty really slick. You got a digital right there. And these buttons are digital. I could spin that forever in either direction. Same for this button. It's a digital sort of actuator. I guess that's how you'd say it. Same for the volume button here. You could just keep spinning it and it'll either go up or go down. Same for this button over here, and that's also your tune button. That'd be your enter button. This one does not have, it has an HD radio, but it does not have satellite radio. Alright, I guess. Little pocket here, you could store some stuff. Not much of a glove box. Not a whole lot you could do with that. I mean, you could put some stuff. 2 cup holders, little area here, throw your phone. You got a USB port there. For this one would be for integration into the system with music. This one's probably, and it says so, just for charging. All right, backup camera. The quality of the camera is not that great. You see how it's a pretty low resolution camera. Some vehicles I see have like really crystal clear HD cameras. This one, not so much. It's not too bad looking at it from the distance you normally look at, but if you look up close, you can see it's pretty pixelated. Kind of a rubbish camera, as I would say. Drive mode selector here. Let's see, how does that work? Okay, we got sport. As my camera focuses here, if it'll focus. Okay, we got snow, sport, and normal. All right, that's pretty cool. This little dial, and it does have like a resistive, so it stops. It does have a sport mode here for the transmission. Manual brake, that's nice, but it's probably kind of like a leftover for the manual transmission. Interesting that Hyundai's making a vehicle in 2020 with a manual transmission. I think you could get an Elantra with a manual. I haven't seen one though. I've never seen one. We've never had one ordered. So you see the lane keeping system is turned on there. You got your little buttons here for the screen. I'll shut the door so we can maybe actually use that. You push this, lane keep assist, user settings, your fuel economy, digital speedometer there. So you got all your bits of information in there. Automatic headlights, non-dimming rear view mirror. You got a little microphone, or yeah, a little microphone there for your Bluetooth. Well, there you go. That's the Hyundai Venue. Feels good. A lot of hard touch materials though. I don't think there's a single soft touch material on this. Hard touch, hard touch. Everything is hard touch. That's okay. I'm not a big soft touch material guy, though this stuff is prone to scratching, especially the darker material here. This stuff up here, it's like a honeycomb weave sort of material. Really does trap. You can kind of see it's got a waviness to it because there's like a little bit of like dust in there, dirt, and so this stuff is, I just know this from other vehicles, stuff like this is pretty hard to keep clean. If you get a wet rag, you know, sometimes you leave lint in there, or little guys get stuck in there. I mean, that might make your life a little bit harder. Not sure if the Limited has different materials for this stuff. Not sure if the SE has different materials, but all this stuff is hard touch. This is soft touch. This is the only soft touch material I think in a vehicle, other than this cloth stuff. And this headliner here seems like it's kind of a weird, I don't know how to describe this. It's like a cardboard. Like, you know, that eggshell cartons. That's what this material is like. It's like an eggshell carton with like a fabric on it. Might be easy to clean, might not be. So if you pop a soda and it sprays up there, not sure how it's gonna handle. All right, there you go. That's the Hyundai Venue. I've told you as much as I can tell you about this. I'm sure you probably know just as much about it as I do. You probably know more about it than I do. I don't know a whole lot about this thing. There you go. Thanks for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. See you later.